remember if you've been already now. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, have that ready then, Deb. I'll guide you through it. Let's take a breath in. I'm in a bit of a kind of a... I'll try and calm myself down. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Shoulders are up. And relax, yes. 2 more like that. I'll just change the angle of my camera. Shoulders up. And back down. Last one again. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Circle the shoulders. And relax. Think about how you're standing tall. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Lengthen through the spine. The crown of the head is towards the ceiling. Lift up through the spine. Shoulders are up, back, and down. Chin's nodded. Ears are in line with the shoulders. So ideally, the shoulder blades are flat against your back. Coming down the body, make the triangle with your hand. Heel of your hands on your hips, fingers on the pubic bone. Bend the knees slightly. Tilt the pelvis forward and back. That's it. My contact lenses have arrived. Hey! So I can see. Stop me moaning about that for the next hour. Make sure the pubic bone, hip bone are now in that vertical plane. It's transformed my life, I can't tell you. Take a breath in. Breathing out. As you breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Draw your navel away from your hand. Make a gap between your hand and your navel, pulling up on the pelvic floor. Brace in the upper abdominals. Release halfway. Release halfway. So you've just got a little bit of tension there. Sway forward, sway back. See how far forward you can sway without falling over. How far back can you sway without falling over. Good morning, Priscilla. If you could mute yourself, that would be lovely. Much as I love chatting to you. And come back somewhere in the middle there. So from here, that's your centre of gravity. That helps you with your posture. Let's do our side bend. Is it good? I don't recognise somebody's name there. Oh, Giovanna. Yeah. So tracing the seam of your trousers. So it's good for our backs to bend it sideways. So stretch through the waist as well. Should we just do this for an hour? Lift one arm, say no. So if your back is painful or sore, if your shoulders are sore, keep your arms by your side. So Debbie, I'm just going to keep saying Debbie this, Debbie that. But just come back again, that's good. We can lift the other arm. If that's too much, don't. Just keep your arms by your side. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Let's do one more because that just felt so good. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Come back towards the middle. Other side, take a breath in. Breathing out. There. Lovely. So we've just loaded that a little bit with the arms. Circle the shoulders and rest it there. So we're going to go into roll down, but before we go into roll down, this is an option for people who might have sore backs. So you can place your hands above your knee and just we can all do that one anyway. That's it. So if you're in the queue waiting for your vaccination, I tried to look at what the groups are, and I don't know what group I'm in. I guess I'm near the bottom for vaccinations. So that's your pelvic tilt from there. So if that's your option, if your back is sore or painful. Otherwise, we can do a roll down, bending the knees slightly. And then restack through the vertebrae one at a time. Rise up onto your toes, big stretch up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Can you hold your balance? See how warm it feels up there. Open the eyes, bend the knees, stretch the calf muscles there. Tuck in the chin, roll down through. Restack vertebra one on top of the other. Close your eyes, hold your balance there. See the difference it makes with closing your eyes. We're going to look at that a bit more detail in a moment. Bend the knees, stretch the calf muscles there. Tuck in the chin, roll down through. It's the suppleness of the spine, which is what we would need. But obviously we still need to have the back to be strong. This is the suppleness of the spine. Rising up onto your toes, Big stretch up towards the ceiling. You just all look so lovely, I can't tell you. Close your eyes, open your eyes, and bend the knees, stretch the calf muscles there. So we've done flexion, we've done extension would be, if I show you with the white background, we can then actually open out through. So open, we can actually arch the back. We don't do, we do it more in a lying down position. But just as a contrast, keep that pelvis in neutral, and now just open out through the chest. Sometimes when we do that, it makes us go into the back as well. This is purely stretching through the chest there. Sometimes by people arching their back, it makes the facet joints press on each other, and that can be what causes the back pain. Good. Let's look at balance. Let's look at the posture a little bit more. So we're going a bit back to basics. It's January. So only the second week back, it feels like it's ages. So you've made that. So you've got your neutral spine. Place your thumbs on your rib cage, your fingers on your hip bones. So maintaining that neutral spine. We're going to lift one heel at a time. So you're moving the legs. I'll show you from the side. But keeping the core as it is. So moving the legs, but keeping that upper body the same. We can then come up onto your toes. We can lower down one heel, but not quite touch the floor. Bit of ankle mobility as well. We can then bring in opposite arm, opposite leg, and that makes me smile because it confuses people. What we're trying to do is try to sort of stop that kind of pushing through the hips. We're trying to keep that pelvis stable. Oh, guys, you're a bit too good. But sometimes I just see people doing like the same side. I think, well, you wouldn't walk normally like that. You're no fun. You're just too good. That's your problem. Well done. Shake out the legs. Well done. So keeping that, bear in mind that rib-hip connection there. We're now going to lift one leg. And the same thing, we're going to try not to push through that hip. We're going to lift that leg without flexing forward, without hitching. She says falling over. Close your eyes, see if you can hold your balance. See the difference it makes closing your eyes. Take that back down, change to the side. Lift the other leg. You might be better this side, you might be worse. Everybody's different. Close your eyes. Can you hold your balance that side? Can you feel that ankle moving, working like mad? Yes, it's a really good ankle strengthener as well. Go back to the other leg, keeping that rib-hip connection. Lift that knee. So then we can look from side to side. So one time I'm filming it and I'm just falling all over the place. We can keep our eyes fixed on the screen and just turn your head. I'm putting you off, Julie. Or we can keep the head fixed and then look from side to side. Just see how that affects your balance. Let's change to the side. Change the leg, lifting without hitching. We can turn the head from side to side. We can keep your eyes on the screen and turn your head from side to side. Or you can keep the head facing forward and then look from side to side. So one of it's challenging your inner ear. One of it's challenging your general balance and proprioception. Good. Let's now take, so either you've got your Pilates ring. So Deb, you can tie up your knees. Just have like a little gap between your knees. So you're going to tie up your knees with your strap. I'll keep calling it a strap or belt. So Pilates ring. People that've got the resistance band, tie those around your knees. If you've got enough length, tie it around twice. It'd be interesting to see how tight it is. So Pilates, I have got a spare Pilates ring to sell. It wasn't one that I ordered, but somebody bought their own. So I have got a spare one if anybody wants. And apparently Lidl are selling Pilates equipment very cheap. So we're standing up. Sorry, Giovanna. That was no warning whatsoever, was it? So we've got the ring around our knee. We've got whatever we've got around our knees. Going back to that rib-hip connection there. If you were to tuck underneath, your thumbs and fingers would come together. If you were to arch your back, your thumbs and fingers would come apart. Go back to that neutral spine, and we're going to hinge from the hip and come into our squat. So that's a lovely way of making sure we're maintaining that neutral spine. So people with sore backs, that shouldn't affect your back because you're maintaining neutral spine. If I was in class, I could bring a stick and hold a stick against your back to check you're maintaining that neutral spine. But we've got the whatever we've got around our knees, ring strap band. So keeping that neutral spine, keeping that body in that 45-degree angle. So we're trying not to touch the floor. We're trying to maintain that 45. So that 45 degrees stays the same. Well done. So we're pushing outwards with the knees as well. We're making use of the band or restrictive device. Should I call it that? Let's do another. So it's 10. 9. I keep forgetting that it is such early days. So when we're doing these exercises, if you want to stop earlier, you can. There should be no pressure on your knees. If you're feeling pressure on your knees, push your hips back further. As you physically push your knees back to take the pressure off your knees. Well done. Stay low. Pulse it. Ready. 10. Clench the buttocks. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Beth, have body a bit more upright. A bit more 45 degrees. Yeah, another 10. Lovely. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. So you should feel that in the glutes as well as the quads. Yeah, for people feeling it in your bottom, that's really good. Let's now work outer thigh. So we work the glute max, a big one at the back, and front of thigh. Glute med here helps support the pelvis, especially for people that have got issues with knees or ankles. Coming down to your squat, push the knees outwards. Ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. We're going to take a step to your right and take a step to your left. What I noticed this week, a lot of people are kind of rocking from side to side. Try and keep the shoulders level as you're going from side to side. Also, we're trying to make sure the knees stay wider apart than the feet. So look down at your feet. Are your knees staying wider apart? What we're trying to avoid is the whole knees coming in. Take 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. Yes. Well done. Let's go 4 steps to the right, 4 steps to the left. If you feel like you need to stand up at any time, you may, if that makes it feel easier. 4 steps back again. Well done. Let's go up to 8. So 8 to the right. Come off the screen, and then 8 steps the other way. Yes. Take your time. Beth, that's super fast. Make it work a bit harder. Go deeper into your squats if you want to. I've lost count when you've done your 8. Wave at me. Yes, thank you, Helen. Then do 4 to the right. 4 to the left. That's it. 2 to the right. 2 to the left. 1 of each. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, good. So that will, you might feel like that's worked you. yeah, we haven't got Vanessa. We got Vanessa on a Thursday night. She'll be doing like a single, double. Do it to a bit of a rhythm. That's a good point. Let's stretch you out from there. So Deb, you should have still felt that with the strap. I quite like the strap actually. I want to do a Pilates class with just using a strap dressing gown belt. It's a good fallback option. So people with the resistance band, if you'd like to tie them into a loop, probably about that kind of width apart. So when you pull it apart, that's perfect, Deb. If you haven't got that, that's fine. It might not be strong enough, Giovanna, but we'll see how you get on. So this is using the principle. So I'm giving your legs a rest, and we're looking at the shoulders. I'm just sneaking in a bit of shoulder rehab type work, or just preventative work to keep the shoulders from pain. But this is to do with the rotator cuff, the deeper muscles around the shoulder blade and so on. So if you were to push in the class, we push our hands up against a wall, or you could push it up against your hand and then see what happens. So push your hand up against the other hand, or push it against the wall, and then take a step away and see what happens to the arm. I probably led the witness there. Do the other side, because I won't be able to sleep tonight otherwise. Push that hand against the other hand. In some respects, I think that works better than against the wall. See what happens to that arm. And that just wants to, yes, magic. So it's this whole thing of muscle energy technique. It's the muscles is being put under pressure, and then it releases energy, and it helps get the muscle out of spasm. I keep talking to the television because it's bigger, so I can see it a bit better. But yeah, try and talk to the camera here. So then that's just to explain why we do this 20%, 20 seconds. Let's do a test. I'm feeling very smug at the moment because I'm remembering it all. Bring your elbow into your waist, open out through, have a look. So you've got a £50 note between your arm and your waist. Have a look to see what is the angle of that arm to do with your body, in relation to your body. Make a mental note. We'll see if we can improve that. So take, now lots of options now. So if you haven't got a Pilates ring, take either a book, some people use a book, or you could use a cushion and push against the cushion. You could go against something and push inwards. You could push against there's too many options, aren't there? So Deb, get a book or a yoga block or a ball and push against it. So you're pushing, I'm using the Pilates ring for the benefit of the recording. So pushing that inwards, hard as you can, and then half of that effort. It needs to, I would get a book then, Deb. Get a book, because that's probably not a bit too narrow. Relax. Just think like your steering wheel. Just jump in your car a minute. Push your... Yeah, yoga block's quite good. Yeah, as long as it's firm, as long as it's a hard back. Yes. So if you try and push your hand against it. So your heel of your hand, yeah. Again, so keep your elbows into your side. Don't let anybody have your £50 note. And relax. Last one. Push inwards again. Well done. So let's put that to one side for the moment. So then your arm should want to come in, and that's your internal rotation. Your stretch is here. Place your hands behind your back. Get your stretch from here. So people with sore shoulders, they tell me they can't do the bra straps up. So it's that reaching behind there. I won't make the obvious joke. Change on the side for once. So you can be more flexible. And the test would be, can you reach your hands overhead? I'm not showing you mine because I can't. That's one of my lifetime ambitions, to be able to touch both sides. But that would help you with your flexibility, that internal rotation, pushing against something. Yes. Oh, yes. Showing off then, Deb. I know. I've got jealousy now. Bring the arms inside the ring. So or the strap. This is where the straps you put. Yeah, you can use the straps, loops. Yeah. So pushing outwards. It's good to have something really firm. It's good to have it really firm. In some respects, the straps are probably the best for this. And relax. And do that one again, pushing outwards. Yeah. And relax. Do that one again. 2 more, pushing outwards. And relax. Let's just do 1 more. Lovely. So if you let go of that, see what happens to your arms. Has that improved your flexibility? Have a look at your arms. Look down at that angle. Wave to me if that's improved your flexibility. Yeah, a few, a few people. Brilliant. Good. That's made my day. Let's go back to I've given the arms a well. We've just helped our flexibility of the arm. Before I move on, this is one of the most exciting bits. You can place your hand on your shoulder and push your shoulder into your hand. Helen and Stephen, you could do it to each other. So you could push onto somebody else's shoulder, and it feels a bit better. It feels better. And then bring that shoulder back. This is your pec minor here. It's attached to the rest of the body by fascia. By releasing this pec minor, it can help release pelvis. I keep meaning to do a demonstration. I haven't got the nerve in case it doesn't work. But I have had clients where this has helped release muscles through other parts of the body. This muscle can also clamp down on the median nerve that comes down and causes carpal tunnel syndrome and so on. So it's a bit like the piriformis that can clamp on the sciatic nerve. This is one of the airbag muscles. And the whole thing is to try and bring that shoulder back and get that stretch there. This is where you want the spiky ball in here. Let's change to the side. Push that shoulder into your hand. That's it. It looks like Helen and Stephen having a wrestling match. Bring that shoulder back. That's where we want to get that stretch. This shoulder, we'll do an experiment in a moment just to show you. Life brings that shoulder forward. Let's just do one more of those. So we will use that same energy technique. We can use that pressure just to help get that stretch through here. If you hunch your shoulders deliberately, lift your arms. How high can you lift your arms? And now bring the shoulders back and down. See how high you can lift your arms there. Ta-da! So I rest my case. So if the shoulders are forward and down, it's going to restrict your movements and we're going to get shoulder pain. So let's now, having released that muscle, let's do our nerve mobilization. We can push down with both hands, rotate one hand outwards just to show you, keeping the arm straight, keep the pressure down with the shoulders, bring that arm up to this point of tightness, tension or tingle. If you're lifting it quite high, chances are you probably don't get any kind of tension there. If you want to feel it more, tilt your head away. Can you feel that? So I can feel that with my middle finger, thumb. So keep the hand back. We can keep the head there and floss with the arm there. Yes? Quite taut. Other side, press down. Rotate. So for some people that's enough. Rotate that one out. Keeping the arms straight. Keep the arms pushing down. We can bring that to a point of tightness, tension or tingle. It might feel different one side to the other. We can then tilt the head. Feel that a little bit more. Or keep the head there and go in that tension here. Lovely. So we're trying to keep that nerve moving. It's less likely to be tethered, less likely to cause issues. Yeah, so that should feel gorgeous now. Pick up your cushion, your ring, yoga block, book, dog, cat, your other half. I'd like to see Steve pick up Helen and do the... So have the arms in front of you. From the side view, temptation is to bring the shoulders forward. Let's do that deliberately. That's where life takes us. And now deliberately bring the shoulders back, retracting the shoulder blades in that horizontal plane. Drop that in conversation later on today. Keep your hips facing forward now and rotate the upper body. Keeping that rectangle shape with the arm. It's tempting to kind of stretch across the body. Keep that rectangle shape. Think of yourself as being like a Dalek. Hips facing forward. Then it's just the upper part of the Dalek that moves. Or you can look through the spotlight. So your hips are now the headlights and your upper body is the spotlight. So again, it's that rotation. Let's bring that into the legs as well. So I'm taking a step back to show you. So take a step forward with your right. Bend the knees and rotate to the right. Come back in again. Come forward, bend the knees, rotate to the left. If you want to, if your back's sore, painful, or if your knees are sore, painful, you can do reverse lunge back. So you just have to rotate the opposite way. So if you left this one, if the left leg goes back, you rotate the opposite way. Yeah. See how you feel with your back then, Deb. This should be a good one for you. If it's painful, you don't have to do the rotation. You can bring your arms in more if you want to, if that's too much. Lovely. You can do this with a medicine ball, weighted with weights. Beth would enjoy that, I think. Having more of a challenge. Well done. Just do one more each side, please. Such a lovely multi-dimensional exercise. So then we can just put the ball down or just hold it in your hand or just have it ready. So we're going to bring that right leg back, tucking your tailbone under. So clench that buttock, feel that hip flexor stretch here. But think about bringing that back knee down towards the floor. So ready, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and again, slightly get lower again. Ideally, we should all be able to have our knees down onto the floor, touch down to the floor if you want to try it. We all should be strong enough to have our knee down to the floor and get back up again. Well done. Stay low then, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pulse it, 10, 9. You can rest at any time. I forgot to say, so right near the end. Funny that. And rest it there. Yes, the burn is back. Big muscles of the legs. We want them to be strong, don't we? Nod. Say yes, Lynn. Hold up a card. Helen. Yes, Lynn. Tuck your tailbone under. Clench that buttock. Feel that hip flexor stretch there. So it helps engage the stomach muscles a little bit more as well. Lean in slightly forward. We're focusing on that back knee coming towards the floor. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Have your eyes facing forward. 2, 1. Hold it down to the floor and back up again if you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, you're allowed to rest. Steps. 3, 2, 1. Rest it there. Lovely. That your stretch is here. Tuck your tailbone under. Clench the button. Just tuck your tailbone under. Get that lovely hip flexor stretch at the same time. Change to the side. If you get to sit a lot with Zoom meetings and so on, these hip flexors can become tight. Tuck your tailbone under there. Enjoy that stretch. Good. Let's come down. Let's lie down on the floor, on your mats. If you have your cushion or towel underneath your head, place your cushion or ball or Pilates ring between your knees. We're going to do some pelvic floor exercises. Who's downloaded the NHS Squeezy app? Wave. Who doesn't need a Squeezy app to do the pelvic floor exercises? Who's been doing the pelvic floor exercises? Wave. Who's going to download the Squeezy app and they're going to start doing the pelvic floor exercises from now on? Promise. Wave. Make a pledge. It's NHS one, so it's going to help pay for the vaccines. Who's going to pay for all the vaccines? I don't know. So I'm not just doing sneaky text. So looking at the Squeezy app to be our guide. but it's got lots of advice. Men have got pelvic floor as well. So lying down on your back, I'm just going to look at the squeezy app for the timings. Place the Pilates ring or ball between your knees. I'm going to gently squeeze the knees together and pelvic floor at the same time. Pelvic floor, imagine you've got wind or you're desperate to go to the loo, you're trying to hold it in. Back passage and front passage, you're desperate for a wee, you're holding that in. Let's do the 10, normally 10 slow, and realise I'm talking 10 to the dozen. I'll try and calm myself down. 10 slow, 10 fast. So we shouldn't leak if we cough, sneeze or laugh. So it's more of an older person saying, you youngsters, you're fine for the moment, but at least you'll be prepared, ready. So squeeze back passage, front passage. It's all internal, but squeeze whatever you've got between the knees at the same time. So 100% contraction. Start to relax, start to relax. You're halfway down and then you're fully relaxed. So again, think coccyx to pubic bone internally. Keep the knees still, legs still. It's all internal. You're squeezing the ball, Pilates ring or cushion or yoga block, and then start to relax. Start to relax. You're halfway down and then fully relax. Start to engage again. Back passage, front passage. Think widthways between the sitting bones. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then start to relax. On Facebook at the moment, our badminton coach is showing, badminton, he's trying to get it, he's got a face mask suspended between two bottles. So that face mask, squeeze, 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 represents the pelvic floor. Start to relax again. And the bottles that are holding it in place represent the muscles. We've got obturator internus, which acts like the poles holding up your hammock. So we need to make sure you keep your poles strong, guys. Last one, pulling up inside, internally, but squeezing. And by squeezing something between your knees, it will help engage the pelvic floor more. Start to relax. I'm still wanting to save up, get an LV, a device which actually will link to your phone and tell you how hard you squeeze the pelvic floor, harder than you think. Let's go on to the quick ones just to save time. Ready? So squeeze, relax. We need to be able to switch on the pelvic floor quickly. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. So don't tilt the pelvis. It's all internal. It's all internal. You're squeezing the ball. It's all internal. Squeeze. Louise at Go Valley talks about wind and wee. There we go. So that's your set of pelvic floor exercises done. I'm sure you're going to do them later on in the day and you're going to do them tonight. Is that a thumbs up yes, Lynn? Well done. I will never know, but it'll save money on incontinence pads when you're older. Save landfill as well. So now we're going to do some exercises for stomach muscles and so on, which will, but working in the thigh at the same time. So keep the whatever it is between your knees, hands behind your head, elbows are forward, relaxing around the neck and the shoulder. We know that part of the neck can move and some of it can't. So keep the neck in line. We're going to curl up, bring your ribs towards your hips. Place your hand on your navel, holding it in. Forceful breath, breathing out to lift, breathing in to return. Lovely. So your ribs are lifting towards your hips now. If you were to have your thumb on your ribs, your fingers on your hips, you'd feel those fingers closing together. When I'm in the class, I see people with the stripes on their shirts, or you're putting wrinkles in your shirt. Stay high, ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay high, do a side bend. If your back's sore, don't do the side bend or reach with the heels. 10, 9, looking up towards the ceiling. 8, shoulder blades off the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. So that's your upper abdominals and your waistband muscles there. We've worked those. Think about lower abdominals. Now, if you've got a sore back, so people, you can do have a look, the right, tucking that tailbone under, left leg to tabletop, left leg goes down, and then the right. So left leg up to tabletop. So Deb, will you be happy to do that one? Or anybody else with sore backs? Any issues, just put it on chat and say, I just need a reminder. We can place the ring between our knees or whatever your device is and do a pelvic tilt there. Have a look at the camera, tilt the tailbone under. So that might be your easier option. Yeah, so some of you know what I'm going to do before I know what I'm going to do. So bring your legs to the tabletop is the next progression if your back is okay. So using lower abdominals to bring your hips towards your ribs. Actually, that might be a nice one for you, people with sore backs. It's a stretch for the back and it's strengthening for the abdominals. It's the lowest part of your six pack. There's a lovely animation today showing the abdominals on Facebook there. Hold that tension, bring it as close as you can. Do little ones from there. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7. So make it a very small move. So keep the tilt a bit more then, Giovanna. Hold it there, hold it, and do little ones from there. So 10, 9, that's better. 8. So just try not to use momentum. You're using the stomach muscles to do all the work. Can you feel that's more intense? 4, 3, 2. Those that want to work it harder, do both together at the same time. 10, or do one or the other. 9. But try not to swing it at all. Try not to swing it at all. Even less, Beth. Hold it in. Or it's not Beth. What is Beth? So hold it high, little moves, hold it high, hardly move it at all. 5, 4, 3. Can you feel that's much more intense? 2, 1. I'm hiding underneath the sofa here. Lovely. Good. Big stretch from there. Hands as far away from your feet as you can. So working that inner range of the muscles. Big stretch. Should we just stay this for the rest of the class? Place whatever your device between the knees. So as a stretch from here then, let's go into shoulder bridge. Tuck your tailbone under, stomach tight, tight, tight. So people with sore backs just go up a little bit, but keep that tuck under position as high as you can. Clench through the buttocks, roll down through the spine, bone by bone. Tuck under, lift. If the hands are towards the ceiling, roll down through the spine, especially that lower back before the bottom touches down, and go back to start position. Tuck under, lift, clench the buttocks, bring the arms overhead if your arms are okay with that. Roll down through the spine, especially the lower back before the bottom. Nice to see some people have come twice this week. If you've got one to catch up any sessions, you can. Roll down. If you've missed any even before Christmas, I'm very happy for people to do catch-ups to make up for lost time, so you feel like you're getting your money's worth. We can stay up in our bridge. More strength work now. Clench the buttocks, push up towards the ceiling. Ready? 10, 9. This is another good one if you've been sat down a lot at your desk or computer. Those that want to, if it's okay with your back, straighten that one leg. Otherwise, keep both feet down. That one leg is straight, up and down. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change of the leg. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Hug your knees to chest. Still keep it what it is between the knees. Circle the knees, massage that lower back. And then back in the opposite direction. We can have the arms to the side. We can do our hip roll from here. Feet together. If your back is painful or sore, have your feet on the floor. So keep the feet on the floor. It's quite nice having something between your knees. It just helps keep the pelvis level. Those of that want to work that one harder, have the Have your device between your ankles. And the legs are straight now. You can take this opportunity, those that want to, can go over the top, but not if you've got any issues with your back or neck. That's a contraindicated one there. But just while we're here, we could. Just for the fun of it. Otherwise, we can go from side to side. Try not to let the shoulder blades lift. Lovely one for backs, this one. Stretch through the waistband as well, the obliques. Good. So we can do all those exercises. We've done them all working inner thigh. Now we can do them again working the outer thigh. Take your strap, your belt, your resistance band or Pilates ring. Place your legs inside. Yeah, tie your knees up. I'll give people time. There's lots of activity going on. Good. So let's start from what we did just now. We could do pelvic floor exercises working outer thigh, but I'll leave it. But just to let you know that you can. So pushing the knees outwards now. Place your hands behind your head. Your elbows are forward. We're supporting that head. Keep that neck in line. Bracing the abdominals. We can curl up. And breathing in to come down. Forceful breath. Good. Place your hand on your navel. Make sure you're holding the abdominals in. Try not looking out for any doming or separation. Forceful breath, breathing out to help close those abdominals. So that can be a weakness in our core. If we've got that separation, people that have had babies, people that are overweight can have a weakness there. If you're carrying too much body fat around the stomach muscles, stay high, ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We can now lift opposite shoulder, opposite knee, still keeping that strap on. So I quite like this. This is something that Beth was doing on Monday, and I've been copying it ever since. So I think it just adds more work for the abdominals. Opposite shoulder, opposite knee there. If you wanted to get rid of the strap, you can. So working the obliques, the waist, the ones that are responsible for rotation. Guess what this exercise is called? Oblique twist. So it's good for us to work diagonally across the body. So opposite, so stay high with the right shoulder, opposite knee, ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Other side, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we've got Beth to thank for that one. Like it. So keep the knees pushed apart now. Let's stretch you out from there. Tuck it up and under. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. Bring your arms overhead. Roll down through the spine, especially that lower back. And go back to start position and repeat. So now we've got the emphasis on outer thigh in these shoulder bridges. Roll down through. So we've got something to push in. People with sore knees, this can help. Just by having something extra to think about. So it takes the pressure off the knees by pushing against your strap or your band or ring sideways. Let's just do one more. Tuck under. Lift. So there should be a line from your knee down through to your shoulder. Let's stay high now for your shoulder bridge. Pushing the knees apart like we did when we were in that squat position. Push the knees apart. Ready, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you want to work that one harder, straighten out one leg. Lift a leg. 10, push upwards, 9, 8, keep both feet down if you want to, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Again, bring the knees in, circle the knees, hold your legs if you want to, massage that lower back, and that can feel gorgeous in itself. Feet on the floor if you wish. Let's go into hip roll. Keep feet together, keep the legs tidy. The option on the floor is here. Again, it's great because it helps keep the pelvis stable by having that to push against. Tabletop legs. Those that want to have your device by your ankles. Keeping the shoulder blades down. If you want to go over the top, you can. So it's a mixed ability class. Choose a level that suits you. We can go around the world with that one, have a look. That can be done with the knees in that bent position. Quite like that one. Good. So while we're in this position then, we can use our band or our strap to do our stretches. We push our foot into your restraining device. I can't think of a good generic word. But that leg should be straight. Push your foot into whatever it is you're using. Push it away. Same kind of muscle energy technique again. And then bring that towards you. Point and flex your foot. Floss that nerve. That leg should be straight. Bring that leg to one side. Stretch the inner thigh. Bring that leg across. Keep your bottom down. Point and flex your foot. And we can't not use this opportunity. If your back's sore or painful, you don't have to do this. Have a little look first. We can lift the head and we can go da-dum. Just because we can't miss on that opportunity, can we? Place your device on your other foot. Yes, I like that with the wave from Hazel. Easily pleased. So let's stay with that leg. We'll do that in a minute. We'll go back up in a minute. I won't forget. Push the foot away from you. Push it into your strap or band or ring. I like it with the strap or the ring because it's really firm. If you've got resistance band, make it tighter. Double it up. Bring that leg towards you. Point and flex your foot. Yeah, hold the resistance bands by your handles, by your feet. Make it really tight to push against. Point and flex your, yes. Bring that leg closer. Inner thigh stretch. And then bring that leg across. Keep your bottom down. Point and flex your foot there. So you might feel that sciatic nerve a bit more. We can then do our second, lift that up. Da-dum. You're going to put both feet in there. You don't have to do this one. And go da-dum. Lovely. That just amuses me, you know that. Good. Yes, Deb, you're okay. I'm looking at you, watching you, missus. Let's come onto our side then. So we can place what we've done, what we've been doing all this week, what we did before half term, before Christmas, when we did this class. We put a ball or cushion between our ankles, and then we tied up our ankles with our strap or our resistance band. People with Pilates ring, you're fine. But it just saves a lot of faffing around later on. So place a ball or cushion between your ankles, and then tie up your ankles. it looks a bit strange, it might feel a bit strange, but you will think, ha ha, like I say, it'll save a lot of, Ray, you need to tie up your ankles with a resistance band as well. But Ray, if you've got a Pilates ring, use a Pilates ring. Yeah, Ray, you don't need the ball. If you've got the resistance, you don't need the ball if you've got Pilates ring. You've got you're fine. People with a Pilates ring, can you place your bottom ankle inside, and the top ankle's on the top? Both legs are straight. So I'll give people time. You can place a cushion between your head and your arm. Your hips are stacked one on top of the other. Using that hand to support, sway forward, sway back. Lift that lowest rib of your rib cage or push that top hip away. Bringing the feet in towards you, pushing down on that top leg. Ready, 10, 9, working inner thigh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. The bottom leg comes up to meet the top one, or you're pushing against whatever resistance you've got between your ankles. Both legs are straight. If it's sore or painful, just stay with the top leg. So now we can bring people with a ring, bring their leg inside. If you've got a resistance band there, you're fine. Pushing that top leg outwards, upwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We can lift both together or just the top one if your back's sore. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Just do top leg if it's too much. 2, 1. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Scissors at the top, forward and back. So it's now working hips, glutes, outer thigh, inner thigh, core. It's almost whole body. Say, Give that a slap. Give it a rub. Good. Let's come on to the other side. Time is shooting on when you're having fun, isn't it? Actually, you could have just rolled over thinking about it. So the legs are straight, the lower legs inside the ring, top legs on top of the ring. Push that top hip away, lift that lowest rib of your rib cage. Both legs are straight. Pushing down that top leg, inner thigh. Ready, 10. I'll go slowly, let Ray catch up. 9. You're right, Ray. 8, 7. I can't come on and help now, can I? 6. Oh, Deb, you're right. 5, 4. Let's go slowly. 3, 2, 1. Both legs are straight. Lower leg comes up to meet the top leg or squeeze. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll try and go slow. Let people catch up. The top leg goes inside or push outwards against your band. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Keep that tension there. We can then lift both together at the same time. 10, 9. So it's more of a core exercise. Just do top leg if it makes your back sore. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Scissors falling back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give that a slap. Give that a rub. Lying on your back, put ankle across your knee. Let that knee open out. Gently push the knee into your hand. 20%, 20 seconds. I'm going to whisk through this bit just because of time. Let that knee push away. Bring the other leg towards you for your stretch. So holding that supporting leg, lift that leg towards you. Have a look at the screen if you're not sure. That's it, Deb. Nice. If you want to work that one harder, let the other foot go to the floor. Bring the ankle towards you. Bring that knee towards you so you've got more of a stretch there. Gorgeous. Change to the side. Ankle across your knee. Let that knee open out. Gently push the knee into your hand. Let that knee lower away. And bring that leg towards you for your stretch. Enjoy that. You might need to have your head supported or lift your head. We can then bring the ankle towards you, that knee towards you, that top leg, for that lovely stretch. Good. Let's lie on our front. I'm going to whisk you through this bit. Stay at the level that suits you. So my hands in a W position. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Take a tub and under. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Breathe in first. Come up to your full swan dive. And take it back down. So Deb, people saw back, so you're going to go as high as your back allows. So you can ignore me. By the way, go to darts, have your hands by your side, lift the shoulders, lift the arms, lift the head. The nice thing with this, with the Pilates ring, see how your shoulders feel, see how your backs feel. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. We can lift here. We can have fun with the ball on this one, those that have got a ball with them. And we do this with the gliders as well. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to return. Draw the shoulder blades down your back. There. Lovely. Just do a couple more. Time's whizzing on. Lovely. Good. Let's come to our hands and knees. Come into our downward dog. Push down through the heels. I'm whisking you through this. Walk your feet in towards your hand. Walk your hands up your legs. Take your time coming up. Rise up onto your toes. Big stretch up towards the ceiling. See how warm it feels up there. Circle the shoulders. And relax. Hands behind your back. Tilt your head from side to side. Let your head roll round. Turn your head and look from side to side. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Stand tall, walk tall. Think about your posture through the coming day, the coming weekend, the rest of your life, the rest of lockdown. Any questions, let me know. Any feedback, any requests. But thank you for joining me this morning. I'm happy to stay on for a chat if anybody liked to. I'll turn off the recording now.